Welcome to another episode of Jay Leno's Garage. This is another one of our restoration blogs where we show you what projects we're working on. We're reporting basically to you, the stockholders, to show you what we're doing and projects that have been set aside for a while that we come back to later. But we got a lot of good stuff this month. And you know, technology is moving so quickly since the last time we did a restoration blog in August. This is Andrew McEwen from Faro Technologies. He does this Star Wars looking 3D arm here. You know, 3D printing is really, this is the future of the old car hobby. You all know Jim Hall, he's our chief fabricator here. And I just want to show you some of the amazing pieces we've been able to make, and then we'll explain how it's done. This is a valve cover for a 1916 Owens Magnetic. It's one of the first hybrid cars. But if you look inside, you can see, well, it's all eaten away, it's been patched up, it's just become completely porous. The coolant and everything was just leaking through, and it was just useless. We scanned it, made a new one.
Well, and this one's kind of hot off the presses.
Hot off,
this just
literally.
showed up
Yeah.
Monday.
Much thicker, much stronger. This one should easily last, this one only lasts 100 years. Luckily, the company's not in business, I'll be down there knocking on their door. But this one will easily last another 100. How do we do it? Jim,
Well,
explain.
one of the exciting things here is we get to partner with some great people. And so 3D Systems helped us with this. CCast in Seattle, Washington actually did the casting. Faro, we've got a Faro scanner right now, and it's older technology, so we've had it for about 9 years. And what's especially exciting to me that just has recently come out is Faro now has a scanner. So in the old technology, I had to paint things white.
Yeah,
put
turn around.
Put a, this happens to be a white primer because our red laser, it only liked white. It wasn't happy with dark colors, it wasn't happy with shiny stuff. And the new one, which is a blue laser, is that right?
That's right. Yep.
Is able to pick up, it will pick up shiny objects. You could scan a window, you could scan paint.
Wow.
And even black. Black was always a real problem because black absorbs the light from the laser and then you don't get a high quality scan. I'm stepping on your territory, but isn't this new one a lot faster than the old one?
A lot faster. We jumped from 30 frames a second, what you have now, to 280 frames a second. Got a larger stripe, larger depth of field. And like you mentioned, we don't have to coat the parts anymore. So the challenge always used to be with red laser technologies, you have to use some sort of powder or white paint as you have here. Some other technology you'd put little targets on as well. Here we can scan, and it doesn't matter if it's white, black, white and black at the same time, or something reflective. I click the green button to start taking points, and you can see just how fast it is. Right? So we're capturing the shiny metal there and the black shiny paint at the same time. That's because of our blue laser and also our HDR mode.
Let's show the Luddites what we're talking about here. if you're like me and this kind of all goes over your head, this is a water pump from our Fraser Nash 1934 over there. As you can see, all eaten away by corrosion. Jim scanned this, built it up, and made a brand new water pump. What you can do, and the cool thing is, you can use it to build up metal. Let's say this is an area for corrosion where rust comes through, water comes, well, you can build that up. You can make it thicker on the replacement part. You can put the original numbers back in it if you want. I mean, that's the amazing thing about it. There's no reason to go to a junkyard and start looking through parts you'll never find anymore when you can just make them. I mean, this is American technology, you know, where you come up with new ideas faster than other countries can steal them. I mean, that's the great thing about it. And this, well, you saw how quickly it scanned it.
Yeah, and I mean, I've been working now for 9 years with this stuff, and I have to be very careful. I have to go back, look at all my data, go, oh, I have to go back and rescan that. And you can see from this that it's like, that was just a really fast scan.
Yeah, I mean, you weren't even being careful. You just went like that, and look how accurate it is.
And the other thing about all of this technology is we can send it over the internet, you know, so we scan it here. If we need help, I've got people in North Carolina that help us, you know, if the casting house isn't available in the United States, a file can get shipped to, oh, I don't know, South Korea or something, and
Well, that's
and
what
printed.
that's what they're doing on the space shuttle now. They send a program to the space shuttle. They've got a 3D printer on the shuttle, and it makes up the part. I mean, that's
Yeah. It's,
you don't bring spare parts. You just bring spare material, and then you make the part when you. I mean, it's a whole new world. It's pretty amazing.
anyway, I'm excited to be involved with all these people, and this is, we didn't just restore the Owen Magnetic. It was an older restoration,
Right.
but you know, older restorations fail and have to be kept maintained.
That's what happened. I was driving this, and then the porosity just got to it, and as you can see, somebody had used various JB Weld and every other kind of thing to fix it, and it just got to be unfixable after a point. So you just had to make another one, and that's what makes all this technology. Well, we've got shelves full of parts that we've made using this. It's if people are, how available is this to an automotive shop? It's easy enough to do. What does that go for?
So this system here goes for about 82 grand for
Okay.
the hardware plus software, but we actually just launched another design product that looks almost identical. We took away some of the bells and whistles like the Wi-Fi and touchscreen. Same blue laser technology, we cut the price in half.
Right.
So that's really targeting more of the automotive designers and the aftermarket clients who say, hey, we're not going to use this to measure parts every single day, but it'd be really useful that we could go up to a car, find mounting locations, so we can design around that, scan what's there, make sure our design is not going to intersect anything there, and that way we can go back to our office and design from there without, I think as you mentioned earlier, having to go back to the vehicle, take more measurements if you miss any. We just scan the whole thing.
Yeah. For example, this is a feed water heater for a 1909 white steam car. You're not going to find this part anywhere. It doesn't exist anymore. Most were melted down for the high quality aluminum for the war effort. It just doesn't exist. But now this car can run for another 100 years because we can make every single part. Make the pistons, we made connecting rods. That's for the steam car. I wouldn't do it for a gas car. But it's unbelievable. I mean, it is an awful lot of money for that, but when you realize you can base your business around making any part, I think it pays for itself pretty quickly.
Yeah, we're all about trying to make things easier, right? And trying to accelerate that time to market, that product design cycle time, the inspection time. It's all about trying to save time, work smarter, right?
Well, that's really, now, what is the website? How do people get in touch with you?
It's www.faro.com, Faro.com.
And it's an American company.
It is. We're proud to be an American company. Our global headquarters is right outside Orlando in Lake Mary, Florida, and we pride ourselves on support. So I'm your local account manager. We don't charge ever for support. Doesn't matter if you've got an arm from 9, 10 years ago. We want to make sure you're successful.
Cool. There you go.
Thank you very much.
Andrew, thank you.
Thanks, Jay.
Come on, let's show you some of the other stuff we're doing here. Now, this is our 1953 Cunningham. It's just about finished. If you saw the previous restoration blogs, you've seen what a job it was to put this thing together. It's almost finished now, just got a little bit of fine tuning, but we'll have a full road test and report on this car in the weeks ahead. And we'll show you all that went into it, and we've been taking pictures. But right now, you saw the new school technology over there. Right now, I'm going to show you some old school technology. Let's go and see Jimmy, see how he's making out. Well, this is all the old school technology. This is Jimmy. Jimmy, how you doing? Good to see
Jay.
you.
How's it going?
So Jimmy, 3D printing is what you do with a crayon and a pad. You draw it, that would be 3D printing. You draw
Pretty
it out.
much.
But as you know, Jimmy's been working on these cylinders, doing a beautiful job making the water jackets for our old Mercedes Graf Zeppelin engine. But every now and then we got to keep taking them off that project, do other stuff. I'm restoring a 1925 Bruff Superior, our original muffler. Well, there you go. Look at that.
That's
That was the original, what was inside the original muffler. What was happening was I was riding the bike, these all came loose, and what happened, they'd slide down, they'd literally cut off the exhaust and shut the engine down, just because the back pressure couldn't get through. So he's made brand new exhaust pipes.
yeah. This is the new one,
This is the new one.
and this is a copy of the original.
It's a copy of the, I mean, Jimmy just does amazing, amazing work. I want to show you a piece he did on the on our Fraser Nash. This is just sort of the old school, and this is the same file you used to break out of prison, isn't it?
It's the same one.
Yeah, same one. You
My
used to
favorite.
saw the hours just sawing those bars just to get free. Now he's doing it here, so that's cool. Come on, let's show him what you did on the Fraser Nash. You know, the great thing about handmade stuff is hands haven't changed, so they can make it again. Bernard and Jimmy, this cap was missing, and the guys did a beautiful job recreating. I mean, you can't tell it from the original.
Yeah, all the dimensions, everything matched the original.
Yeah.
Bernard took all the machining and did all the original cap machining. The fine part here, that's the threaded pieces, and then the rest is all handmade. And between both of us and silvering it together, we get it finished up and had it chrome plated. And,
Yeah.
you know, you'll never tell. It's exactly the same.
Exactly the same, except it's brand new. So nice.
Except for it's new and it's a little tighter probably than the original.
Yeah, that's good. That's what we want.
Yeah.
Nice job. Come on, I'll show you the Mercedes coupe we've been building. Well, this is the 280 SE 3.5 coupe we've been working on for quite a while. As you see, it's all painted. Chrome has been redone. We did everything here, window frames, everything. Doing the upholstery now. And I found a fabulous company called Madeira Concepts. They're up near Santa Barbara, maybe around Goleta, but it's Madeira Concepts. They redo wood on these old Mercedes. And when I got it, I thought, hey, the wood looked pretty good, until I sent it out to them and got it back, and I realized, oh man, I'm so glad I did it now, because it really, really looks fantastic. Take a look. And that's what they specialize in, whether you have an old Jag or any of these old hand-built coupes that have a lot of wood parts and wood inserts in different places. Send it up to them. They did a nice job. And again, this is not a plug. They didn't do it for free in exchange for a plug. I paid for it, but I was so pleased with the work they did. I just want to share it with you guys. So that's the name, Madeira Concepts, and really nice work. And the Mercedes Classic Center. You know, the great thing about Mercedes-Benz is they make parts for every single car they've ever produced. And you can still buy them brand new, and they say Mercedes, and they're built by Mercedes. They're not made in some foreign country somewhere and it doesn't fit. I mean, stuff is not inexpensive, but it's exactly the right, all these pieces, all the rubber, all the, you know, you buy some generic one-size-fits-all rubber and it bulges, it doesn't fit, you got to cut it. Whereas the windshield seal, I mean, everything we ordered from Mercedes and it fits perfectly. This seal here, all this is new. New glass all the way around. I mean, they do a wonderful job. So if you've got an old Mercedes and you need a part, I mean, a replica part might cost you 2/3 as much and it's not going to fit. So that's why I'm really, really happy with them. Now, we have a couple of projects we won't put in this restoration blog. Our electric car, 1914, that's been on hold for a little while we finish this and the Fraser Nash over there. Oh, and something really cool. This fire engine. Take a look. This is George Swift, one of our mechanics. He's rebuilt the Rough Superiors, the white steam cars. He's probably versed on more machinery in here than just about anybody, and it's been kind of fun. You learn all the different kind of things.
On-the-job training every day.
On-the-job training every day.
Yeah.
Well, a couple of years ago, we got a call from the Burbank Fire Department. They had a 1913 Christie, and they brought it here. And we used it in our TV show, and we blew it up, and we're rebuilding that one. But I was so impressed by it, I said, I've got to find one. We found this one in Wayne, New Jersey. When we do the finished video on this particular vehicle, we'll explain the story behind it and the great guys in Wayne, New Jersey who originally rebuilt it. But it's been sitting for a long time. So first thing we did was made a new radiator. Get a look at this. All brass. What's the name of that company, George?
I think it's Masabi. It says right here, M-E-S-A-B-I, Masabi.
Out of where?
I don't know where they are, but they make all the, mostly heat exchangers for
Right.
big, heavy equipment.
And boy, each one of these tubes, in the old days, you'd have to either block off a tube or take it out. Whereas this, each one of these tubes is replaceable. So if you break one, so thanks to them, that worked out really well. What else have we been doing to this?
The water pump was bad.
Water pump was
Bernard
bad.
Made all the pieces in there.
George's brother up in, what town in Maine is he in?
Hope, Maine.
Hope, Maine. Found us an original Bosch starter switch. The way these work is you press it halfway down, the Bendix gear engages the flywheel, puts it all the way down, spins the flywheel and starts it. and they had electric starting vehicles that far back. This is a 20-liter four-cylinder engine. Each piston is as big as a 302 Chevy or Ford. So it's pretty fascinating. We're getting it all together. It'll be running in probably a month or so.
Yeah, easy.
Got a few things to do to it. You know, there are places where water corrosion has eaten through some of the pipes and other things, but basically it's a beautiful machine, and the guys at the volunteer fire department down there in Wayne, New Jersey did a great job taking care of it, because it originally came from Los Angeles. But we'll show you the story on this when it's done. We'll take it from beginning to end, and you'll see the pictures of the original guys in New Jersey that rebuilt it before we rebuilt it again. And it's a great story, and it's got a great history, and you'll find that out the next time you see it. See you guys next week.
Mm-hmm.